Hi, I'm David Rosengarten. You may know me actually. I'm a food writer, a wine writer. I've done a lot of cookbooks. I've done a lot of TV food shows. Always got something interesting going on. I have something so interesting going on today. Well, I met this woman. Don't get excited. She's married. She's even very married. She's got 3 kids. But she will be a friend of mine, I'm sure. I met her at a food conference. And, you know, the things that she was saying about food were so right on. Sometimes, like, for me, people have these auras. I don't see them too often, but she had the food aura. And we tasted a couple of things. Everything she said was exactly like what I would have said about the foods that we tasted. And we started to become friends. I don't know her very well, but I decided, what's next? Maybe I'll invite her over and I'll make dinner for her. So that's what I've done. And then I thought, now how can I spice that up a little bit? I said, oh, idea, light bulb. I'm doing a pilot for Taste This TV. How about if I invite her over for dinner during the pilot, which is taking place right now? It's kind of a cool idea. So that's all set up. She should be here any moment. Of course, the next thing that I had to think about is what am I going to cook for her? It's difficult these days, as you know, because everybody's got different dietary requirements, it seems. So should I cook her a nice big steak? I don't know. What if she gets here and we find out that she's a vegetarian? So I was playing around with some beef dishes, but I'm not going to use that. I was thinking that, should I cook her like a lobster or some kind of great shellfish dish? What if she comes in and says, oh, I'm allergic to shellfish, as people often tell you these days. So I thought, what could be the basis of this? How about pasta? Now, I know there's like about 12 of you just said, I couldn't eat that because I'm gluten-free. Well, yes, there's a lot of gluten-free around these days, but I find that most people do eat pasta. So I've got some nice pasta here ready to go. Should I make it with a rich sauce? Should I include a lot of butter in the sauce? No, because she may be one of those people who likes to eat light. Should I enrich the sauce with an egg? No, because she may be one of those people who likes to eat light. Should I enrich the sauce with cream? No, because she may be one of those people who likes to eat light. So what should I put in the sauce with the pasta? I decided I'll do some vegetables. I had a dish in Sicily about 1.5 years ago that was simply cooked, great pasta, and a number of vegetables, principally zucchini, light sauce. It just worked. Excuse me. What?
Sybil's here.
Oh my God. Her name is Sybille K. Bellamy, and she has arrived. So I'm going to go greet her, and I can't wait to cook this meal. Okay. There you are. Hello, Sybille. You made it. How are you?
To, you know, the
French.
French.
That's right. It's French. You're French.
Yes, I am.
So, easy to get here?
Yeah, I walk, no problem. No
You
traffic.
walked?
Yes.
You live 75 miles away.
I know. Kidding.
I told you she was special. Okay, let's go into the studio.
Okay.
Miss Sybille, you can sit right in that seat there.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to sit over here.
Pasta.
And yeah, pasta. All right, we'll talk. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to make for
Okay.
you, okay? So I decided to not include things you might not like to eat. So I didn't include meat. I didn't make it heavy. I'm going to make a very light pasta dish that mostly is made with mixed with zucchini. It's a light vegetable pasta dish. You're going to love it. I had it in Sicily. I put some garlic in it. It's a wonderful dish. So should I get started or?
Well, actually, don't eat gluten, and
Oh my
this is a
God.
lot of carbohydrates. And
She is gluten-free. Okay, but why? Tell me why you don't
well,
eat
in
gluten.
fact, I'm eating low carbohydrates because in my family, I'm cooking for my son Max, who has a specific medical condition.
I didn't know about Max. I knew
Yeah.
you had 3 kids, but tell me what's with Max.
Max has Angelman syndrome. It's a genetic disorder affecting a specific chromosome, the chromosome 15. And the main consequences of this syndrome is that he has epilepsy and a lot of other medical problems. So,
sorry to hear that.
yeah. So the way we control his epilepsy is through the diet. And we have a diet which is very low in carbohydrates, which is gluten-free, but
Let's get this out of here, okay?
this can go away.
Yeah.
But I see that here we have everything that Max will need, and I'm using in a very large quantity.
You mean all these things that I decided not to use, all
All
right?
this yummy thing, yeah.
Can you use
this?
this?
Is perfect. Yep. This is gonna be perfect. That's where I'm gonna make the spaghetti. With.
Oh, you're gonna make spaghetti,
Yeah,
but not
I'm gonna
pasta.
replace your pasta with this. So we're gonna make spaghetti with this.
Zucchini spaghetti.
Yeah.
Okay. What else is gonna be in the dish?
Well, the meat. What is this?
It's grass-fed beef.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. We keep it.
You use only grass-fed, I imagine. Just by
Yes,
accident, I got grass-fed,
yes,
but for you, it's a
well,
religion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's the best quality meat. Yeah.
Excellent.
Très bien. No. This is cream.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's very good.
Oh. So here I am trying to make you a light dish, and
Yeah.
you want to put the cream in it. Why do you want to put the cream in it?
Because I need a lot of fat. So I'm gonna try to have the most diversified kind of fat possible.
So your diet for Max
Yeah.
is rich in fat.
Yeah, a lot of fat. Normally, medically, it's like 65% of fat.
65% fat.
Yeah.
That's an incredible number.
It's a very high number.
So your cuisine is very rich, and
The
there's
cuisine
protein
is,
too.
Yeah, very rich in protein or a pretty high amount, and I need, in fact, more fat because
Butter,
I need butter,
egg,
egg,
right?
perfect.
Wow, that's
Your
really
cheese.
interesting. Usually when you think about a diet, you think about deprivation. Here's what I can't have anymore. I can't have butter. I can't have cream. But it sounds like the diet that Sybille has going is like the opposite of that. You can have all this rich and seductive stuff.
Yeah, that's why it's so good.
Is this diet only good for somebody like Max, or is it good for other people too?
Well, in fact, it's good for everybody because when you are in low carb diet and with a higher amount of fat and protein, you're going to control your blood sugar, which means your insulin will not have this up and down. That
So this is how you cook for the whole family.
Yeah.
You eat this way.
we all eat this way.
You eat like tremendous amounts of fat, basically.
Yeah.
And look at you. I mean, obviously, it hasn't put a lot of extra pounds on you.
No, actually, we recommend this kind of diet for people who want to lose weight.
It's so funny because for so many years, people in the U.S. thought fat makes you fat.
No.
But you don't
no,
believe
no,
that.
No. Fat are good for you. And when it's healthy fats and it's have a good ratio with a good amount of protein and low amount of carbohydrate, good quality carbohydrate, complex carbohydrate, it's all good for you.
Sybille, that's extraordinaire.
I know. Stop speaking French.
Okay.
No.
Sorry. Try not to. Probably speak it really badly. Okay, so why don't we get started? And oh,
Yes.
look what's happened here. This pilot was going to be about me cooking for Sybille, and now the tables have turned.
Yes,
you
I'm
are
gonna
cooking for
show
me.
You. Yep.
Do you want an apron?
Yes, please.
I think
Will
we've
be
got one
better.
down here somewhere. There we go.
Thank you.
Apron up. Alors.
Right. Stop with the French. Sorry.
I didn't know it affected you so much. Okay, no more French. I'll try. So what are we going to do first?
Meatball. So you're gonna be the one in charge to cut the onion.
Ah,
So I
okay.
don't cut my finger.
Alrighty, and you want the onion is going to go into the meatball mixture?
Yes.
All right.
So I need
I'll
a
start
bowl.
that.
And a-
Oh, you need a bowl? I got
Yes.
one down here. There you go. Is that to mix up the meatballs?
Yes, please.
Voila.
Thank you.
Just
Need
tell me what you
this.
need and where you need it. Or reach.
yes.
Boarding house reach. You want me here?
Here,
Okay, here
yes,
we go.
please.
I'm cutting this
So I need
in
this,
for
the
you.
eggs. I'm gonna get some cheese, garlic, salt, and pepper.
Okay. This is a good cooking studio, so all these things are, as they say, in the pantry here.
Yes.
And this onion, do you want me to chop it coarse, fine, medium,
Tiny piece, please.
tiny piece? Can I ask how you say that in French?
En petits morceaux.
I'm not even gonna repeat it. She gets pissed off. I don't know why.
All right. Break the eggs. Oops. Up.
So you're making a meatball
Nice
mixture over there.
eggs. Yes.
And you need what? Half this onion?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll be done in about 20 seconds. Put your
Put
timer
this
on.
here.
19, 18, 17, 16, 15.
All right. So this is a mix of seeds. We have hemp seed, chia seed, fennel, chia, sunflowers, caraway seed, and I'm using a lot of seeds in my food preparation because we have so much fat that most of these seeds gonna help your liver and gallbladder to work properly and to do to help all these organs to work better and to help with digestion.
You know what I'm seeing so far? I'm seeing that when you cook,
So now
you always have health in mind.
Yes,
but you
that's
get, like,
the goal.
good taste and
Yes.
mouthfeel in mind too, all that stuff.
It's kind of gluey when I'm doing.
Voila. Oh, sorry. Here it is.
Here it
Can I
is.
pour this in?
Yes, please.
Voila. Oh,
Here we go again.
what's wrong with it? Sorry.
All right, now I'm gonna need the cheese, the tiny piece of cheese, and I'm gonna mix everything in the meat.
Ah, yeah. Well, what kind of cheese is this?
I think it's regular Emmentaler with cumin. I love cumin. It's great flavor and it's
interesting.
really good with
Oh,
the
interesting. Emmentaler is
meatball.
like what we call Swiss cheese, but
Yep.
Swiss cheese with cumin.
Yep.
I love that.
In fact, I think we can use any kind of cheese. Doesn't really matter. So let's go.
But you want the cumin for sure.
But I love the cumin.
Yeah.
If it's not in the cheese, I will use it in seeds on the side.
Do you see how
So-
she's like piling up the fat? We got
No,
meat here,
I'm
and
gonna-
now we got seeds, and we
Yep.
got cheese. That's cool.
So I'm gonna mix up all
So
of
what are
this.
those seeds that you put in there?
So it's chia seed, hemp seed, sunflower, fennel, caraway seeds, and poppy seeds.
So that's for taste and
Flavor.
nutrition
Yeah,
and texture too, maybe.
yeah, crunchiness. I'm not gonna use any gluten or any flour.
Right.
So I'm going to use this to replace, in fact, the gluten. It's going to make this very nice crunchy texture in the meatball.
Right, because in a meatball you might normally use breadcrumbs or bread
Yeah.
cubes. You don't do that.
No, I don't do
You
that.
use seeds instead.
Yep.
Ain't she
So
cool?
some salt, pepper. Up. Gonna mix it up again. I wash my hand before.
Yeah.
Really
Well, then you can wash it again after if you
Yes,
want.
I
But
will.
I know your hands are clean.
I know I will
trust your
have
hands.
to. All right. So I don't want to work too much the meat with the cheese and everything. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, I like
'Cause it
when
makes it too
it's too
compact.
compact, and when it's cooking after, you make the meat really dry. You want
Yeah.
to have to keep some air in it,
Oh, cool.
and that's the way I'm gonna prepare
So
them.
that means they're not. It's not like beautiful. It's kind of round, but it
No,
doesn't have to be beautiful.
Doesn't have to. Up.
Okay.
There we go.
So can I help you with some of this?
Sure. Did you wash your hand?
No.
Oh, dear. Yeah, wash your hand when you
Silly
touch
me.
the raw meats.
Je suis idiot.
No, please, in English. I get it.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do this with you. Probably my first couple of meatballs are gonna look terrible, but this is like a miracle. This whole
Yeah.
thing. All right, listen. I want to tell you one thing. You know, we're doing this pilot here today at the studio. Feel free. See that camera right over there?
Yes.
Feel free to look at the camera. I love that you're telling me all this information, but you can tell the people. You can look
Okay.
at that camera right there too.
Yes.
I also want to tell you that I think we have enough meatballs. Don't
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Yep.
because it's just the two of us.
And I'm gonna wash my hand again.
Okay,
one
wash
more
your hand
time.
again. And tell me what needs to be prepped going forward here. I'm going to remove all this dirty stuff. Oh, you wanted me to cook some more onion, perhaps? Did you want to chop
Well,
some
we're
more
gonna
onion?
saute them.
Okay, so
We
I'll
can
get
saute
working on
them with the
chopping some more
zucchini.
onions. You're going to start sauteing the meatballs, I guess?
Yeah.
In what? Butter? Olive oil?
I'm gonna do a mix butter and olive oil.
Okay.
So
Du beurre?
yes, some
Sometimes
butter.
there's a mix, yeah.
Now we're gonna start the cooking part.
Brown those meatballs.
Here we go.
Alors?
Perfect. So I'm gonna use fat
Right.
to cook them.
What
A
type
lot
fat?
of fat. I'm gonna mix olive oil and butter.
Okay. That works for me. Oh, there's olive oil in there.
Yes.
Nice.
We have a nice, very large quantity of.
Do you have any feelings
Olive
about,
oil.
would you use really great olive oil at this moment or use like medium grade extra virgin
I would
olive oil?
always use good olive oil.
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna be like deep fried.
Right.
It's definitely gonna be cooked in oil, but it's not like high temperature.
Yeah. Some American cooks have the notion that you can get good extra virgin olive oil and use it for drizzling on things, but you shouldn't cook with it. But they don't always feel that way in Europe, and it looks like you don't feel
No,
that way. Yeah.
I mean, I seriously that in Greece or all these kind of country, they're using different kind of oil when they're cooking. It's
Yeah.
one oil and that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, it's not going to be deep fried. The temperature is stable. And in fact, olive oil is very stable to a high temperature.
Right.
So this is going to be perfect. I mix some butter. I want to have a little higher. There we go. I want to be sure the butter melt. So we're going to put meatball, and after we're going to start the zucchini spaghetti.
All right.
Yes.
And you also want me to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Can
cut
you
this
clear
piece.
for me a little piece of this board?
Yes, I can.
Meatballs over here. Hey, we're making spaghetti and meatballs. aren't
Yes,
we?
we're
Yeah.
making spaghetti and meatballs. And for the spaghetti zucchini, I have my secret weapons that I, in fact,
Yeah. I
Always
didn't even
have
ask you, how
with
the
me.
hell are you going to turn zucchini into
uh,
spaghetti?
yeah, well, here it is.
Oh,
You see that?
Come prepared. But
Ta-da.
you didn't bring that today because you thought you'd use it. You just always bring that, right?
It's something
Everywhere?
I keep with me
I love it.
most of the time.
I love it.
Yes.
Is it also a good weapon in case you're attacked or something? Can you shred the mugger?
I'm not
who's
sure, but
attacking?
so yes, we're going to put the onion. We're going to saute the onion.
Okay. Well, why don't you start doing the zucchini magic?
Well, I'm going to put the
Okay. Why don't you put the meatballs in
meatballs
the pan?
because the oil is ready. There we go. It smells so good already.
It does.
It does.
In fact.
Yep.
And as we said before, it's beef alone.
Yeah, it's only beef. But you can do meatball with all kind of beef. I mean, all kind of meat. And I'm using not only the regular cut, I mean, ground meat, but I'm using a lot of, how do you say, abba in English? Abba?
Oh, yeah.
How do you say? Abba?
That's a very good word they have in French. It's les abats, things from the abattoir.
Organ meat.
The slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how they say it, because
Yeah.
they use it a lot. We don't, so anything that's like kidney, brain,
Heart.
intestine, stomach, heart, those are all in French. They say les abats.
Les abats.
It's one of those deals where a language only comes up with the words that the people need to use.
Yes.
Because we hardly ever eat that stuff in America, so we don't really have a word.
Well, it's coming. I find some in a lot of farmers markets, regular grocery store.
Yeah.
I do find some. And I believe
Sweet
it's
bread.
because, there is a different kind of immigrants who come in U.S., Caribbean, and they're eating a lot of organic meats.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's getting a lot easier. And there is so many food movement now who really promote the fact that you have to eat and prepare all kind of meats. And I think
Because
that's
you're using the whole animal. You're not wasting
exactly,
the animal.
yeah. And that's great. And nutritionally, it's just fantastic.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I'm happy. Oh, listen, let me just ask you. Among les abats, which we might call organ meats, what is your favorite?
Heart. Yeah, it's so good.
You gotta have... Okay, enough of that.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's so good. Every time I cook some people, first they don't know what it is. They just smell like beef. But the flavor is fantastic.
And is that beef heart you use?
Lamb heart. Sorry.
Lamb heart?
Yeah.
Beef heart?
Yeah, cut in tiny pieces.
I'm so good with this.
Yeah.
I really like these meats. They're cheaper and they're delicious and they're more
And again,
respectful to the
nutritionally,
animal.
and they are fantastic. It's, you really have to, every piece of the animal has its function. So let's take the heart. Obviously, it's the main organ in the body. So the nutrition of heart with coenzyme Q10 and specific fat is so good. And it's really a bummer we don't use it more. No, it's not. You just use this, and it's like pretend it's like, how do you, pencil.
Yeah, it's like pencil sharpener.
Yep.
And
You
it
see
comes
that?
out- oh.
You're gonna be so good.
Sybille.
Perfect.
Oh, but it's slippery. Okay. Does it look good? Does it look right?
That's perfect.
Holy mackerel! I'm spaghettitizing zucchini. And you can't believe how little of the zucchini I've gone through. It feels like half of this zucchini is left. How's the browning going?
Oh, it smells so good.
It does smell so good. You just have to trust us on this.
I'm gonna put some olive oil.
Oh, and you're getting ready to saute zucchini. So that means that I better get to the end of the third one here. Okay, Sybille, check this out. I'm going to
That's
start
awesome.
this.
Oops,
Oh,
sorry.
do you need any more than that?
No, that's fine. I mean,
Okay, I'm happy about that.
I'm gonna.
Not that it's hard to
garlic.
do. It's just that, you know.
Usually it's my boys who do this.
Ah, your sons do
Yeah.
that.
Yes, they are the one in charge.
Zucchini men.
So I'm gonna put some tiny peas.
I'm noticing your hands
Yeah.
in the kitchen.
Yes.
Because people who really have been around kitchens their whole lives, they know how to touch food. And look at this action
I
right
know.
here. It's delicate, it's nice, it's professional.
I don't
And you
really
grew
know.
up in this kitchen in Lorraine with
Yes.
your mom as a very good cook, right?
Yep. Yeah. She loved to cook. She was really good. She was a really good chef. I mean, cook. I don't know.
Yeah.
But most of it, she had this really awesome nutritional notion that I really believe it's kind of cultural because she always knew how to associate food. She was always telling me when I was eating something, which ingredient was good, was which one. And
Adding the onion, of course.
yeah.
Well, that's interesting because I kind of figured that you grew up in Eastern France in a household where they probably used a lot of cream and butter.
Yes.
And like somehow that's metamorphosed into your modern ketogenic life, but really the use of the cream and butter was not just regional, it was also for nutrition.
Yeah, it wasn't a big change for me for sure.
Yeah. Now I'm smelling that pan.
Yes.
That smells good.
All right, so ready for the zucchini.
And the
Whatever.
salting of the zucchini comes later, or
No, we can do it now.
you do it now? Du
Yep.
sel.
Un peu de sel. No, I'm speaking French.
You can speak French,
No.
just as long as I say to you, don't speak English.
Some
But you
pepper.
speak excellent English. My
All
French
right.
is kind of
So
a
I think
joke.
I'm going to stop the meatball because it's beef. It doesn't have to.
Do you want to put it on a platter or something, or keep it in
We
the pan?
can just keep it like this.
Okay.
They're going to stay nice and.
Okay. Take it off
Warm.
the meat, maybe? Like that?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to saute.
Right, you
this.
told me before, but I forgot. How long does the zucchini cook?
A couple of minutes, just the time to get them warm.
Okay. And then
And-
just tempt us. What else happens in that zucchini pan?
I'm going to put the heavy cream in it. So for people who don't want to have dairy, I'm using a lot of coconut cream at home. So if you want to avoid dairy products, just go for coconut milk,
right.
which is really good too. And
But-
it goes very well with the zucchini.
I'll bet.
So if I use coconut cream, I'm going to use coconut oil when I cook the zucchini, which is going to give another kind of flavor, but really good too.
All right, so what's happening next? Little reduction.
Yeah,
That's
it's going to be
just about
ready
ready?
like in 1 minute. Yeah.
And your plan is to combine these?
Yeah, we're going to
in
serve in a
pan, or-
plate.
Oh,
We're going
in
to
a
serve it on a
plate.
plate. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe we can move
Like
it.
maybe like this
I
kind of
just
thing?
want to insist to the fact that I really like zucchini for a lot of reasons. Of course, it's low carb. It's really have a great amount of vitamin and mineral, and it absorbs fat very, very well. So that's really what you want when you're cooking low carb, high fat diets. Zucchini are great, and mushroom, eggplant, because they absorb huge amount of fat. So I'm just
You're
going to
so
stop it.
impressive, Sybille.
Yes.
Because you make food that looks so delicious, but you really know your nutritional stuff. A lot.
Yes, I want to be sure that when I feed Max and all of us, I'm giving him not only what he needs, what is the most nutritionally adapted for his metabolism. But to be sure that, I mean, he's 14 years old, he's a teenager.
Yeah.
So you really need a huge amount of good calorie, a great amount of mineral and vitamins. So you really want to be sure every time you're cooking that everything is complete.
If we make a show out of this, I think I'm going to get a T-shirt to wear that says Max Lucked Out. Because he did having a mom like you. It's incredible. I guess we need to clear the space a little bit because we're going to sit here and eat in a moment.
Yes.
It's still on.
It's ready. Whoa. No.
All right, let me just help you clearing the space so we can actually start to eat. Beautiful, and that's almost ready.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, we're going to eat right here, so why don't we get cleaned up and then we'll come back and we'll eat.
Excellent. You ready to eat?
I'm starving!
Perfect.
Yes.
There.
So you reduce the cream. I see not too much left in the pan, just a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, most of the cream, most of the fat was absorbed by the zucchini. I'm going to try to make a nice plate. I'm going to really try.
This is the most unusual spaghetti and meatballs I've ever had.
Going to make a nest with some meatball in it.
Oh, you're making a little nest there for the meatball. It's
Yeah.
a meatball nest.
All right.
And listen, if you were making this at home for your family, like how many meatballs would you figure per diner?
For Max, he will have, it depends, maybe 3 or 4. I think he would have this. He will have about the size of these plates.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he would
So
have
that'd be
that.
a portion for Max.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does Max eat more than the other kids?
It's going to be different. He's not going to have, he will have an extra, the oil, which means most of the oil of this pan will go in his plate.
And Mama makes him do that.
Yeah.
Does he like to do that?
He's fine with it. He loves it. I truly believe that, well, he's so used to that now.
Yeah.
And because he needs it. I mean, because you have a low amount of carbohydrate, you have to replace the energy that you don't have in the carbs. So we replace it with the fats.
She is so flippin' serious about this. I mean, this is not just a casual, add a
Gonna
little
serve
extra
you.
fat.
Gonna
She's
try.
dedicated to adding extra fat to the food of her kids and her family to keep them healthy. And I believe her. Can I go on a Sybille diet sometime soon?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody should go, in fact, on
Everybody
these
should.
diets.
Back here on the Dave diet, is wine okay with this?
Yes, for us, it's going to be fine.
Okay, not for the kids.
No.
Yeah. I've got a nice little, it's a Chardonnay actually made in the Loire Valley, which is more famous for other white grapes, but I thought it would go well with the spaghetti and zucchini, which we're having a version of right now. So let's have a little vino. Voila. Okay, Sybille, I'm going to skip the vino right now. I can't wait to taste this.
Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. You're not going to do it with me?
Yeah, I want to see you.
Do you twirl it like pasta?
Whatever
you
you
can.
want. It does have the same texture.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to cook it a short time, because it definitely stays al dente.
It's al dente zucchini.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
You know what's cool about
Try
it?
meat.
It's sweet.
The texture is awesome.
The texture is awesome. It's just right. A little bit of a crunch in it. It's
Bowl of-
sweet. And there's a very subtle taste in zucchini.
So good.
And it's got that taste. You know, it's like...
I started the meat already, but
Oh, I didn't do it. Okay, I gotta do the meat now.
both together, it's awesome.
See, I like how it crumbles. Sometimes, like if you attack a meatball and it's like, then it's no good.
No. So good. And all the seeds make it crunchy. Perfect.
It is. And really and truly, I'm getting more textures out of that than any meatball I've ever had. Because in addition to it being perfectly tender and kind of crumbly and moist and juicy, I know a little bit about chia. Chia creates this kind of jello-like thing
Yeah.
that's going on in here
Yeah.
too.
And the sunflower seeds, the nutty flavor. Cheers.
Yeah, we'll do another one later.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is really good, Sybille. So
Yeah.
I'm so happy I invited you over so that I could cook for you. It went
Thank you
really
so
well. Really, really superb. Thank you so much. Or shall I say, merci beaucoup.
No, enough with the French. That would be fine.
Okay, sorry about that. Let me just eat in English.
Yes. In English. Fish. 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 Fish.